Hey Sagittarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekly reading for December 25th through the 31st, 2023. This is for Sagittarius. Last shuffle here for Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. So Sagittarius, we have the honoring path and we have your higher self. And so this is telling me here that you may be you're trying to do the right thing on all fronts. You want to make sure that nobody can turn around and say it's your fault, Sagittarius. You did it. You want to make sure that you're on the right path, especially, but it's not even about other people. I mean, so of course, for some, right, in order for there to be an honoring path, there has to be people honoring this path. But this is more for yourself. Your higher self is about you feeling vindicated or feeling like you're doing the right thing. You want to feel like no matter how you look at it later on down the line, even whatever it is, that you didn't do wrong. So you may be in your head a lot, you may be imagining or daydreaming or coming up with the possible scenarios. A lot of you may be holding on to the people you resonate with as well. Like this could be a connection. You may be, this looks like family connection, right? With the Ace of Swords over all of this, though, this is about the truth of it. This is about what is the truth of the situation and what would the right thing be? What is actually right to me? What may be right for everyone else may not be right for me. Now I see what this is. The honoring path is Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. This is like giving it the good old, what do they call it? Good old college try before you walk away. You're like, listen, before I leave this situation, before I walk away from this situation, I'm going to hold on to the parts where we connect. Where we connect here. Is that all that there is? Is that all that we've got? Is this one connection or maybe two? And for some of you, it seems like you have to learn a lot more about a person. If this is about a person, you're like, I'm learning so much about either a person, a subject, or something, and you're trying to figure out where to connect the dots. Where is this connection that I have with this person or this thing? Because it's like you may be trying to reconcile, extend an olive branch as well, because you're like, it's not going to be on me that things fall apart. I'm not going to be the one that regrets anything. You know how like a connection falls apart and then later on down the line, even if they were wrong, later on down the line, you regret not being more open, right? Maybe I could have listened to what they had to say. Maybe I could have, asked them how they were doing. Maybe I could have found out more or been more introspective about the situation. But your higher self with the Chariot and Five of Cups says you do not want to regret anything. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to feel guilty. Because a lot of people think that Sagittarius are ruthless. And to be honest with you, I'm surrounded. I have a sister that's a Sagittarius. I've got a brother. And I've got, two sisters. I've got there's a bunch of other ones smattering around, right? And they're not that way. They're very loving, but they're straight shooters. And if you don't want the truth, don't ask. And everyone says that, right? But it's the truth. If you don't want the bare bones truth of what they've got to say, don't ask them anything. And so I would say to this energy, but the love that you have, it's like whoever this is, you at one point had a lot in common with them. You may have considered them family. They may be family. This may also be a situation or a subject or a thing that you felt so connected to at one point. It gave you a lot of satisfaction. And now you're trying to figure out, how does this fit in my life? Or how does this person fit in my life? So there's something about this here where you're trying to figure out what you're holding on to. But you don't want to, in the end, end up with egg on your face energy, And so this is more about, how would you feel if you, with the efforts you're putting in right now? How do you feel about that? Do you feel comfortable with that? Later on, do you think you did all you could? Questioning, So by Wednesday, Thursday, we have Ascended Masters with the Ten of Swords in the World. When I say this is about ending, this is about, this is it. I'm not left with much choice. Although it's very difficult for me to do, I'm above this now, right? The world is saying I'm beyond this now, right? I've graduated from the school of hard knocks. I don't want to knock anymore. Okay, that's it. But Ascended Masters though here is about your beliefs, your core beliefs, and it seems like you have you've elevated out of how you used to be, right? So teacher is the world again, and Three of Pentacles. These endings, the endings that you've gone through, all of this stuff has taught you a valuable lesson. A lot of this has to do with realizing that some people are not team players. So what the lesson typically would be in this. Some people are not team players, right? And so there's something about elevating above this. Like you're not any longer the type of person that wants to accommodate others. You've learned from accommodating others how it's time to step it up now. Others need to accommodate you, and you need to be trying to figure out what works best for you, not trying to make sure someone else is happy. And so that's by the weekend. By the weekend, it teaches you a lesson. Like you're seeing the lesson now. You're seeing what this was all about. And you're like, why am I always trying to accommodate someone else, or other people, or accommodate, or switch things around and work around things for this particular thing? And it's time for me now to find out what really truly makes me happy. And that ain't it, or it may be it, and you just needed to look at it a little bit more. But I'm just seeing a person who's saying, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to not give something a shot before I walk away. I don't want to walk away too prematurely when I have assured success, and realize that I fumbled something. So I'm really gonna give it a go, and look at the truth in the heart of the matter, which is the hallmark of Sagittarius, right? You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Cancer, or Virgo or Taurus. So you could be a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. And if you're not dealing with these signs could be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.